The International Court of Justice, in its advisory opinion, stated that Israel's continued occupation of the Gaza Strip and the West Bank is a violation of the international law. The advisory opinion further outlined that Israel ended the war, but in spite of this, attacks continue, leaving thousands destitute.
Prolonged occupation does not justify or make acceptance the hardship and injustice endured. This is particularly true for the people of Gaza, who continue to be brutally massacred. As a country that has endured genocide, Namibia believes that Israel, by intent and by action, is committing genocide. Namibia continues to call for a ceasefire and humanitarian assistance to flow unhindered into Gaza.
President Mbumba additionally repeated Namibia's call for the lifting of the decades-old U.S. blockades against Cuba and Zimbabwe.
Economic hardship continue to affect the sister Republic of Cuba in stark contrast to the ideals of inclusivity and the goals of leaving no one behind. Namibia calls for the end of economic, financial, and commercial blockade against Cuba and calls for removal of Cuba from states that are accused of sponsoring terrorism. Namibia also reiterates its call for the immediate and unconditional lifting of illegal sanctions against our neighbor Zimbabwe, which hinders the country's capacity to achieve sustainable development goals.
The quest for self-determination for the Sahrawi people remains a matter that the Namibian leader says the world body should help intensify. Dr. Mbumba reminded the Assembly that continued disenfranchisement of the people of Western Sahara is an affront to the UN Charter, its purposes and principles, and that this year's session must change this. Blanche Coreses, NBC News, at the UN headquarters.